There we go. Full water. Nice. Full water. Great place to be. Ah! I'm not very good at parrying. These guys don't dodge as much as the Oh! 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 My God, was that like a boss or something? The pop-up is after I killed it. After I killed the shielded NPC, I get the pop-up. Oh, I can fill items. I've got a leader John on me. Guess what? Oh yeah. Mysterious vials. Oh, I got that. What was the vials for? There was definitely another quest that it was for. I don't know which one it was. Contracts. That was the film. Poison Snooper. Which one? Don't know. Constellation chest. I'll take you very much, thank you. Emperor's wings. Okay.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2. I am the station supervisor, Dr. Rommel Greer.
Yeah, we go out this way.
The ultimate mission of these stations is to find...
Woo! Man, I tell you what, knowing what I know now, having played the game for a few hundred hours, this early testing station was not nearly as scary as I remember it being. Which is awesome. That's called quality of life progression, baby. And just learning how to play the game. But it does feel really weird not having shields or like a jump belt or anything. It's like, this place feels weird, man. Alright, now we gotta go back to the planetologist who is up top, and then we can go back to... You know, the best part about all of that was going in and being able to fill my water completely and tap into filling up my leader John. Because since I'm not doing any refinement stuff or any of that, like... It's all coming together. no longer have to suck down dew for the next little bit. This might actually carry me all the way to get to Anvil Station to buy my Dew Reaper. At which point, I can start harvesting dew at nights. Alright.
You've come back.
That's right. Here's
you
your
don't know how
manifest.
rare that is on Arrakis. Have you done as I asked? You have? Oh, wonderful. Yes, of course. I haven't forgotten. There.
Alright, so we have now unlocked the planetologist tree. I don't need anything from there at the moment. Let's see here. I think everything else is back at the contract. Station. Anvil, no. Sorry, Griffin's Reach. Back we go. Every single thing you collect in this game is useful for crafting things. So literally every single item in this game is used for crafting other things. So if you're playing this game the way it's meant to be played, you're going to have a boatload of storage chests in your base, and they're going to be jam-packed full of every single resource you ever come across. And you're going to have literally stacks and stacks and stacks of all of those resources by the time you're done. Don't throw away anything if you want to craft. Then if you're doing a playthrough like I'm doing, where you don't care about crafting, that's a little different. But if you're playing a legitimate playthrough, that's not a roleplay challenge playthrough. Ooh, I will fill my leader, John. Thank you very much. Alright, Pinnacle Station, here I come. Oh, and you know what? I bet I have enough to craft that badass knife that I never made my first playthrough. That's an interesting open floor plat. Why is this open? It's an interesting open floor plan. I don't know that I would. I guess you don't have to worry about it if nobody has access to it. It just feels weird. All right. Now, when I turn all of this stuff in, I think we might be at the point where we're expected. Well, they want me to build a bike. And then move north. And that's when the real journey begins, because once we're there, we're out of the tutorial. Now I got some goodies. This quest I'm going to have to look at because we have to deliver. Sandbike engine and sandbike tread. Mark 1 times 2. Pretty sure I get a unique cutter at the end of that. But right now we're going to go back. Actually, you know what we're going to do first? So we're going to sell some stuff.
Back like this, I'll have to stop calling you
Specifically
stranger.
the pistol.
Stranger.
Passive suspensor belts. I'm not breaking these down since I'm not doing the crafting. Particle capacitors and things might not serve me any good either outside of a handful of quests that I'm required to do for the actual storyline. Alright, now we're going to go back to the base. What are the ship manifests used for? I actually don't
Sector
know.
weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Dude, am I going to make it back to my base before the sandstorm? Run! I might not. Which way is it coming from? Man, this is going to be close. I'm disappointed every day of the week. Whiskey's like, I leave for an hour and run errands. When I get back, you're still not a tier 4 alpha. You're taking too long. All right, let me store this stuff in. And the next step of this...
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Ship manifests can be used as a Landsrad request, says Slacker. You hand them in to get rewards. That's interesting. Okay, I need to research the bike. And now I need to make the bike stuff. So let's check this out. I need to make the hull. Hang on, what am I missing? Oh, a bunch of copper ingots. Well, that means I'm gonna have to go harvest some copper really quick. There's a bunch of copper around here. And then we're going to take everything with us on the bike here in a minute. And we're going to go north. And we're going to abandon this base. We're going to build our very simple structure up by Anvil Station, and that begins the true test of this character. And I'll go buy my dew collector at the Anvil Station. Alright, so I made the hull, right? So now I need the chassis. It's just all gonna be copper, man. Engine. I need the PSU. I need 3 treads. We started at 2:30, so we're about 3:30, 4:30, 4:30, a little over 3 hours in to complete the sand bike and complete it in the Haga Basin. I think that's the fastest run I've ever done at the Haga Basin, ever. 3 hours, in and out. Well, it'll be more like 3.5 by the time we're done with all of this, and we've loaded up the inventory and destroyed the base and got the parts and everything else. Yep, you can absolutely buy an ornithopter, and I will be buying my buggy and my ornithopter. I will not be building those, because we're not building any facilities beyond the tutorial for this challenge. What's up? Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. You went to the supermarket. Fettuccine. Ferrero. Okay. Okay. ¿Cuántos bebecitos tiene? Pero hay otro día. ¿Cuántos? ¿Por qué sacaste? ¿Por qué sacaste? Ah. ¿Y lo otro queda? Hasta mañana para ver. Okay. So tiene 8. Alright, so our duck has hatched 8 of her 10 eggs. Chris said one of the eggs, the duck actually pushed it out of the nest like a week ago. I didn't know that. So she had 9. There's one more left. We're going to leave it till tomorrow to see if it hatches, but considering all the other ones have hatched since yesterday afternoon, that's probably all she's going to have. But she has 8 babies. So I'm going to record video. That means I'll record a video today for the Homestead channel. So stay tuned for that, guys. We'll have that up later. Probably this afternoon. Tonight I'll have that video up. Okay. Okay. I need more copper ingots. Chris said she. This is a baguette, and our cats love bread. They've loved bread since they were kittens. And she said this was on the countertop, and so there's a rip in it right now. Frodo found it, and I guess he was clawing at it and like rubbing all over it, like, oh, bread, mommy, you brought me bread. Frodo's a naughty boy. If you leave food out, he will eat everything, just about everything. That's funny though. He was like, bread. What'd you bring me, mommy? Oh. Thank you. Oh, nice and fresh.
Ya, solo compré uno. Uno grande.
Gotta go good with the pasta.
Compré queso fresco. Tomate con la
Okay. We're gonna have a good lunch today. How do the Twitch works drop? You watch for an appropriate amount of time, and you unlock them. I think it says how long you're supposed to watch for. One's like 30 minutes, one's an hour, one's 2 hours. And as long as your accounts are linked and everything else, you can then claim them in-game. What other object is blocking it? Nothing. Oh, how many is that creating? I need 45. That's not gonna be that's gonna be 41. I need a couple more. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have a belt now that keeps me from falling. Sweet. I better get one more node because I forgot I've got, I need to finish that contract before we go north. So I'll need one more copper node to make the bike parts. Any copper around here, or do I have to wait for the respawn? I might have to wait for the respawn. Alright. You know what I ought to do is let's just go deliver these parts. I need an engine. Let's store these in the chest so that I have all the pieces that I created for my bike. Somewhere in here was a tread or something from the quest. Yeah. Alright, I need an engine and I think one tread for the quest. Deliver an engine and 2 treads. Yep. And then I'll go deliver these. While that's refining, I'll harvest a little bit more on the way there and back. And then I should have plenty. free. Make sure I have adhesive, 2 treads, and an engine. Yep. Grab this because we'll need it on the way back. Matter of fact, let's set these to harvesting before I even go, since we're right here. Go like the wind. This will be the last quest we do here, and then we're free to move north. We're almost at the 3.5 hour mark for this character from creation, so we're about right there. Such a difference between having a suspensor built and a full leap build, because the leap build is like I could go for forever and ever and ever and like fly like Superman, and with this thing I cannot. But let's turn this in. And I believe he just gave me the cutter, which I can use to replace the handheld. And now we can go back to my base, build the machine to build the battery for my bike, load up the bike, and move north, and abandon the base. And because I'm a nice guy, I will probably leave some stuff for other people. We'll see. I am going to need some stuff when I get north to build, so I just need to pay attention to what I need to build, because we also have to worry about volume. So I'll have to think about what's the most important thing. I'll definitely need, because granite's easy to find. Copper's not that difficult to find, but less easy to find up north. So I probably want to take some copper with me. Granite is usually all over the place, but I'll need to take enough to get the 4 walls up. Quest, build a refiner. Make a small fuel cell, and let's make the max just so I have them on hand. Yep, I play lots of games, Dark Admiral. If you go over to the YouTube channel, I've got about 9,000 videos on the YouTube channel built up over the last 3.5 years. Just this year alone, in terms of indie games, we've played Rogue Trader, we've played Expedition 33, we've played South of Midnight, we've played New Arcline, we've played Shadow of the Road, we've played, I don't know. I play whatever I feel like playing. Over the next few months, we're going to be playing. This month, we're playing this game. We're playing Destiny 2. We're playing Death Stranding 2. At the end of the month, we're playing Tales of the Shire. Tales of the Shire is an indie game by Weta Workshop, the company who did all the special effects for Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings films. This is their very first video game. We're playing that at the end of the month. Then next month, we're playing Mafia: The Old Country and something else. I forget. Gears of War. With Owlcat Games, we're going to be playing Dark Heresy. We're going to be playing The Expanse game. Those are all indie titles. I play lots of games. But people got to get this thing out of their head that indie games are somehow superior to AAA games. They're not. They can be equally fun. But the fun is up to you as an individual. The fun is not defined by whether a game is indie or AAA. The fun is always defined by, is the game fun? Did I get a booster reward? I'll be damned, I did. I'm glad I didn't craft that. Sweet. No, I don't do pixel art games. I don't do anime either. I really don't do JRPGs. I don't go in for the ooh-woo. Pixel art, not really. Nope. Art stylized stuff I'll do. Like Tales of the Shire is a stylized game. But yeah, I don't really do pixel stuff. Like that's 1980s style. The last time I played a pixel game was probably the original Final Fantasy games. Scrap metal. Yeah. That's a true one. All right. First things we need to do is we need to fabricate a bike here. Will it let me do? Yes. Before we do anything, we need a vehicle tool. How am I liking the game so far? Well, considering this is episode 58 of the stream series and I'm over 300 hours into the game with around 150 videos on the YouTube channel, I would say we're having a lot of fun with Dune Awakening. But if you want more information, you can go over to YouTube and check out the playlist, which has a bunch of reviews on the game, where I have talked about all sorts of stuff related to Dune Awakening. Okay, I don't need that. There. Okay, I think we're about ready to break things down. I could probably break down that. Probably that. Okay. Not that yet. Did I make the welding tool? No, I need to fabricate a welding torch. Nope, stop. I did not select the welding torch. Oh, that's something to think about for long-term repair, is how am I going to get my hands on a tier 5 welding torch thingy. Okay. And we want the inventory module. go. Fuel it up.
That's
Drive it
it,
around.
Welder. You're ready. I'm waiting at Mirzabah. That's the great rock formation that looks like a giant hammer. Be careful. Vehicles are fast, but nothing can outrun Shai Halud. You can only hope to get
Nothing
between
can
safe
outrun
areas more
Shai Halud.
quickly.
That is a very
I'll
important
see you
thing to pay
soon.
attention to. Okay, now it's time for me to think about what I take north with me. I'm going to take a quick bio, and then we're going to come back and we're going to move north and move into the actual serious part of the game.